What's up, everyone? Kevin Allen here, aka the Geek from DFS Army, and this is the MMA Kill Shot 3v3. We're taking a look at UFC Fight Night Holm versus Vieira, and me, Big Marley, we're each going to choose 3 fighters to make a DraftKings lineup. We're going to compete each week on the 3v3, see whose fighters do the best. Now, the way the format's going to work, 1 underdog, 1 heavy favorite, 1 fighter who fits salary-wise, 3rd pick. So, without further ado, Big Marley, let's do the Kill Shot 3v3. All right, Big Marley, you are first on the line. So, give me your first play for the card. Let's go.
All right. So since I'm going first this week, we'll let you go first next week so that it's kind of even, and then we'll just go one by one. Since I am going first, I'll go ahead and take the extra $300 and go with Jailton Almeida. He looks like everyone's new favorite prospect. This guy's a beast. He took care of his first opponent in the first round easily, 2 takedowns, over 3 minutes of top control time, scored 118 DraftKings points. Now it's kind of a worry that he's going up to heavyweight, fighting a guy like Parker Porter. Almeida finishes all of his fights, so I am worried if Porter can get out of that first round, how it looks going forward. But I do think Almeida winning in round 1 is the most likely outcome. That is actually plus 100 on the odds, so I'll take Almeida as my first pick.
There you go. And since you went heavy favorite, I'm going to go with a heavy underdog on this one. And I'm going to go with my favorite underdog for upside on the card. And that's Alen Amedovski. Now, hear me out. Hear me out. He has looked absolutely trash in the UFC. And I think he might be real life trash as a fighter. He has no history. The only thing is Holmes is bad also. And so this is one of those times where, yeah, sure. It's the devil you know versus the devil. I know Alen Amedovski's terrible. I mean, he's looked all. You don't lose to John Phillips in the UFC. Listen, that fight was quick, but he lost to Phillips, got knocked out. It was just gross. But Holmes might be just as bad, and we need upside. When Amedovski has won, he has won by fast finish in the first round. So he's must have some power in those hands. He's got nothing else from what I've seen. But I'm taking a shot on Amedovski.
Okay. Yeah, I think he's in play for the knockout. That would be his ceiling in this one. God, he just looks so bad, though.
I went upside with my underdog. I went upside a little bit. There's a couple others that I like, but I went with the highest upside guy here.
That's the way I'm going to be looking with my underdogs this week as well. Pretty much anywhere I go, I'm more searching for ceilings rather than people I think are more live to win, but we'll see how it goes. But since you already picked an underdog, I can save mine. So I'll go ahead and take my second favorite play with Holly Holm because she is in a 5-round fight. I think that favors her. And I think everything in this matchup favors her. I think she's the better striker. I think she's even the better wrestler at this point. Better cardio, more experienced, fought the better level of competition. And in her last fight, I mean, she's 40 years old. That's really the only worry. But her last fight was her best fight ever. She scored 133 DraftKings points against Irene Aldana, where she landed 154 significant strikes, which is her career best. And she had 5 takedowns in that fight. I think she can put up 100-plus points in this fight since it is 5 rounds. That's really the first time that we ever saw that kind of volume. So I do worry that she's going to go for 100-plus in this one. But man, as good as she looked, I don't see why she would change it up here. And I think the heavier she goes in this fight, the quicker it'll slow down Ketlin Vieira. So I like Holly Holm here to win and put up over 100 points.
I do not like Holly Holm to put up 100 points, but we'll see. We'll see. I think volume won't be enough.
All right, I got to keep track of who we're drafting here.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about who wins next week. But right now I got Almeida and Holm, and then I have one dog left.
All right, so I like it. Listen, I'm going in the mid-salary. I'm making it easy for you. I'm going mid-salary range with my boy Omar Morales at 8,400. And here's the thing: Morales has not been a traditional high scorer. I get it, but Euros Medic, this guy comes from the Alaska scene. That is just a bad scene for MMA fighters. And more importantly, Eurosmetic never seems to go out of the first round. So we have a clash of styles here where Morales, who to me is a professional UFC fighter who actually has ground skills that we haven't necessarily seen a whole lot of, against more of a wild man who knocks guys out early or gets finished. So I think Omar Morales shocks the world, not just with a win here, because I've already put a big bet on Omar. Big bet, big Mar,
Nice.
big bet, very big.
Oh.
But I think he gets a finish, a rare Omar Morales finish for low ownership nuts lineup.
I dig it. I actually placed a little something on a Morales bet today on DraftKings. They have what's called money line decision only, meaning that it's only graded if it goes to a decision.
I like that. Ooh, okay, safer. I like it. Safer.
So if there's a finish on either side, it's a push. I got Morales at minus 165. I feel like if that fight goes to a decision, he should be well over minus.
You know what? I like that for big money. I don't think it's going to go to decision, but I like the risk a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Love it.
So you got Morales, got it down. All right. I'm going to go with my favorite underdog of the week. The one I will be most exposed to, and that's Polyana Vieira. I think that she is the more dangerous fighter in this matchup. Ricci's biggest advantage is going to be her wrestling, and she can spend time in top control, win this fight if it goes to a decision. But you are not safe in top control against Polyana Vieira. I think the armbar from guard is very in play. I think Vieira can win on the feet as well. She knocked out Ribas before. Maybe she can get a knockout again. I don't expect that, but I do see her getting a submission at some point in this fight. So I'm going to go with Polyana Vieira. I feel like everyone I've heard this week is on Tabitha Ricci. So I like being in the minority, hopefully, on Vieira.
Now, I do like Ricci as well. But I am also seeing that with your choices.
You don't have to do you don't have to stay at 7,800 since we're just doing 3v3.
Yeah, we're doing 3v3. I cannot fit another favorite, but we're doing favorite.
Well,
two favorites and an underdog as our style.
Yeah.
So while actually, I'm kind of glad this won't make an actual lineup because it needs everybody putting the same damn lineup.
You guys got to change something up.
It's never good. I will say that I am on Ricci as well, so we're going to be on the opposite side of that one. And at the betting window, if I'm going to bet Ricci, it's going to be via. If I'm going to bet Vieira, it's exclusively going to be via submission. This girl will not win this fight via decision. She will only win.
Yeah, when I posted that Omar Morales bet, I also threw a little small amount on Polyana Vieira by submission at plus.
Yeah, there you go. I did that as well. So I bet Ricci with a hedge on Vieira by submission. You can feel very comfortable putting quite a bit of money on that combination because I've never been more sure of anything than I am that Vieira's only method of winning this fight is going to be via submission from bottom position.
Actually, decision only, money line decision only. I think Vieira's like plus 115. So the Vegas thinks you're wrong.
That's fine by me. She does not win a decision here.
Yeah, I wouldn't think she does, but I could see it.
All right. I don't see it.
It's not sold on Ricci, though. And I'm also like a sucker for Vieira.
All right. So the fight I'm going with next, I'm going more of a sure thing because I'm trying to win this. I have some other fights that I like, but I'm going with Chidi and Njokuani as my last choice. And the thing I like about Chidi is just, man, he's got power. I like everything about Chidi. Where has he been, Big Marley? Why this man? He's been in Bellator. He's been a good Bellator, he's been like a staple Bellator guy in medium to high level fights for a while. And here he is in the UFC. I think he's pretty well rounded. His ground game seems okay. A lot of power. And I'm just not a big Dusko Todorovic fan at all. I think he can't move his head. He does have some takedowns, but beyond that, he just seems like sitting there waiting to get hit. So I like Chidi to get a finish here. What do you say?
Yeah, I was actually thinking that if you went with Almeida or Holm, he was going to be my next big favorite that I put. Chidi by knockout or Chidi inside the distance, one of the two. It was like even money plus 110 or something like that. And man, Dusko just has such bad defense, in my opinion, with his hands down style. And Chidi's a sniper on the feet. I think at some point he gets a knockout there. So I like Chidi.
Love it. Love it. And that will do it
All right, yeah, to wrap it up, I got Jailton Almeida, Holly Holm, and Pollyanna Viana. And then Kevin has Alan Ambadowski, Omar Morales, and Chidi Njokwani.
I love it, man. We'll see how this works out. And next week we switch it up. If you want to see our full card breakdown, of course, that will be live tomorrow on the DFSArmy.com website for DFS Army VIPs. We'll go through the entire card, top to bottom, full fight breakdowns. I really like this card for betting, and I really like it for just like breakdowns and picking winners. Even if I'm not super excited about actually watching some of these fights. But after that, we got a 1 week break, and we're back with some really, really great UFC cards. So another really good one for DFS purposes. Good luck this weekend, everybody. We will see you back tomorrow for the full card breakdown. Deuces.